Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Claudia. If you're new here, welcome. Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Today, or I should say tonight, is another edition of Wine, Women, and Words. I had the absolute pleasure of reading my friend and fellow writer Fiona Zedde again. I can never get enough of reading Fiona Zedde. I love her work. I love her as a person. And I will take a sip of this Morgan David pomegranate wine to celebrate Fiona Zedde and her work. I almost want to roll it around on my tongue, just like I'm ever willing to roll Fiona Zedde's words around on my tongue. She's such a sensual writer. This is Fiona Zedde's latest short novel, FEMME Like Her. My phone singing over here. FEMME Like Her. The cover is simply beautiful. Absolutely sensual. A dark, luscious lady with pink riveting through, dark, bluish, black, purple in the coloring. She has that look, that flair, that femme fantastic fabulosity. I love the book. Congratulations again, Fiona, for this one. Fiona Zedde's work is ever evocative of sensuality, the lushness of falling in love, new love, old love coming back together, humor, food, the beauty of colors, and so much more makes up Fiona Zedde's writing. With this quote, I wanted to let you know a little something about this particular work, A FEMME Like Her. Cowards don't get to live full lives. Nail up. They run away from good things as well as bad and end up living with regret and dying with it too. FEMME Like Her, a lesbian romance, Fiona Zedde. That says it all. Nayla, you've got the narrator, Nayla. Nayla is an American girl with Jamaican parents. So too is Fiona, of Jamaican heritage in America. But tonight she may be in Madrid, she may be in Spain somewhere. She's a world traveler, a globe trotter, but nonetheless she is of Jamaican heritage. And she brings the beauty of that island and culture to much of her work, to characters, and it paints a beautiful backdrop for those characters. So as writers, we can't help but bring so much of ourselves to our characters. And I love that Nayla is Jamaican American. Scotty and Nayla are the lovers in this work, FEMME Like Her. I started with that quote because courage, I think, is at the heart of this short novel. Courage to love. Courage to step outside of the box and do something differently and be bold enough to love differently. Sometimes we stay in that stifling box and it just nips away at us. But Nayla, the narrator of FEMME Like Her, she's juxtaposed with Naima Scott, whose name is Scotty in the novel. And they are two beautiful and sensual, intelligent, vivacious, independent, strong femmes. A femme like her is in reference to, I believe, Naima, in reference to Scotty. A femme like Scotty has turned another femme's head, and that is Nayla. However, the title could be A Femme Like Her, as far as Scotty looking at Nayla and saying, I'll take a femme like her. So they are both open to change. I love that we first see Scotty in a restaurant with her girls, or her girl, one of her friend girls. And she's at this restaurant eating and drinking, but she's standing up, and she's tall, and she's svelte, and she's sleek, and she's fashionable, and she's everything that so many of Fiona Zedde's characters are. Just yummy, feminine art. Intellectual, graceful, sensual, sexy, sassy. And she's standing there in all of her glory in the middle of the restaurant, studying a femme like her. Who is that? Nayla. Nayla is sitting in the restaurant with her good girlfriend, Pauline. Pauline is absolutely hilarious. She's that comic relief in the novel, but not only is Pauline hilarious, but Nayla is funny and Scotty as well. So the book is just simply enjoyable on so many fronts. Nayla and Pauline are there chopping it up, eating. Nayla is being released from her job soon, so she has her own bags of headaches. I mean, she's working for a healthcare company, and they are downsizing. And my God, she has just bought a new home. What is a girl going to do? She's been out of the dating game for 2 years, and she's feeling the drought of love and love making and being with someone. And there's nothing else she can talk about right now. But that Pauline and her Groupon loving self, she's like, look, Nayla, I got a Groupon. Let's go get it. So they're out. But that femme like her is standing there looking at Nayla. But she just doesn't stand there looking. She's courageous. She does the uncharacteristic, unfemme-like thing, which is to get up and go get her woman. I mean, because femmes are thought to be beautiful, maybe and unheard. Beautiful and without an opinion. Beautiful, and goodness knows I don't want to upset this stud, this soft butch. I want her to like me. I don't want her to think I'm bossy, aggressive, and those things and characteristics that go along with being a masculine-centered woman. But Scotty is courageous. He walks right up to Nayla and Pauline's table, and she says, hi, I want to take you out. What's your number? I'm getting ready to leave, and I need your contact. Nayla is looking at her like, what? An aggressive femme? I'm femme. I don't do femmes. That is the first line of the novel. What? Pauline is like, oh, whoa, chutzpah. Wow. Pauline writes Nayla's name and number on a sheet of paper, on a napkin, and gives it to Scotty. But Scotty is cool. She doesn't just take it and leave. She looks at Nayla for her okay that her girlfriend is doing this for her. But she likes Pauline's chutzpah. She likes her style, but she has to make sure that Nayla is okay with it, and she is. So she takes it and leaves. And of course, Pauline has to rib her. I love it that Scotty is aggressive and takes the lead and is a femme like that, like her, who goes and does what she wants and says what she wants to say, and is aggressive in her sexuality, in her enjoyment of sex, and her not having to ask permission first, but just knowing the power of who she is and understanding the chemistry that she has with Nayla, and her ability to check her on so many fronts to make sure that she's emotionally free. So she takes the lead. She is an aggressive femme, yes, but she's an aggressive bisexual woman, equally aggressive with her men as she is with her women. Fiona is walking out on the stage. And yes, she's had bisexual female characters before, but there's something special about Scotty. As with all of the others, I love her work, but Scotty is unapologetically bisexual. So she takes the lead and calls Nayla. And she wants to know, do you have to put any kids to bed? What is your kink? What do you like or don't like? And she's asking her these questions, and these are questions that Nayla is totally unfamiliar with hearing from another femme, because femmes just don't behave like that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then she does take the lead, and she takes her out, makes a date, comes to pick her up, is an hour early, and in the span of that time, walks right on in. The chemistry between them is fierce and fire, like only Fiona Zedde can write. And Scotty ends up kissing Nayla and showing her what she's working with. And there's your first erotic scene, and it is powerful. And it whets your appetite to know what happens between the twosome later on. So they go out, enjoy their time together, and Scotty disappears. What? No more? No, did you use me? What? But there's a rhythm and a rhyme to it. Of course, that's the conflict in the novel, and you'll have to read it to find out what happens. But I tell you, you will love the exchange between the two. You will love the developing storyline as far as why Scotty does not go back to see Nayla or call her, why there's a long dry spell. You will love the way Nayla comes to accept that a femme can do what she thought only studs or butches could do, as far as the capturing and garnering of her attention in all areas of her being, mentally, physically, spiritually. You will love the storyline as it plays out, the way Scotty comes back into Nayla's life after being away for a while, and what happens. I love the beauty and the closeness of the Jamaican family, with Nayla's mother and father, and her brother and his new wife, and Nayla's little niece. It's all, to me, like going back home every time I read one of Fiona Zedde's novels. I go back home into the worlds that she creates. And in those worlds, I want to stay. Just because it is so warm and welcoming, and African American and Jamaican American, and the flavors and nuances of those groups and others. She writes about other characters as well, European, all others. But so it's just a warm, welcoming world, a universal world where anything could happen. Even a Femme could come and take another Femme's heart. The writing is simply beautiful. I love how Fiona weaves a story. It's like taking a net that's finely woven and throwing it out into the ocean and bringing back gems and pearls and the richness of the ocean's floor. Her writing is the same way. You'll love it. If you've ever read a Fiona Zedde novel, you know exactly what I mean. Just a world of lush sensuality, atmospheric backdrop and scenery, beautiful dialogue, witty, intelligent dialogue. I just simply love it. And I would love to invite Anandra Williams as a writer, and Fiona Zedde, and so many more to this channel. And perhaps I will have the opportunity to do that now that I've thrown my own web out on the waters. And if you ask, the universe answers. A Femme Like Her is well worth what happens in the end. It's satisfying. The end left me going, exhalations. It works. You did it, Fiona. You did it. In 25 chapters. It's not that short. But I would just love longer works from Fiona, because I want them to go on and on like a never-ending European stairwell. A stone stairwell that I saw once in pictures on Fiona's blog. So beautiful. So exotic. On that note, I will tell you a little bit more about Fiona so you can find her on the web. It's 242 pages according to my Kindle. I just bought one of Fiona's novels called The Magical Femme, so I'm excited to explore that. Coming in 2021, I think in the summer, is Fiona's The House of Agnes Summer. Yes, I'm excited to read that whenever it comes out. Fiona is one of those writers, whatever she drops, I will read. Let's see. I'm looking for, Bliss has she puts an excerpt of Bliss in A Femme Like Her, and that's her first novel. Oh Lord, I love that novel. Bliss is just one of my all-time favorite novels. Absolutely adore it. Her thank you is, thank you so much for reading Femme Like Her. If you enjoyed it, please write a starred review online. It doesn't have to be a long one, and share your experience with a friend or three. These reviews are the fuel in my tank. They keep me writing and keep me encouraged. Thanks in advance. You got it, Fiona. Mucho amor por ti. And indeed, I will write a review for you. Fiona Online, to keep up with the latest releases, get free reads, plus deleted scenes. Oh my goodness, I have deleted scenes from my novel. And I've always been wondering what to do with them. I guess one thing to do with them is to share them with you. So thank you, Fiona, for that idea. Subscribe to my newsletter here, and I'm a subscriber of her newsletter. Find me online at www.fionazedde.com, Facebook, Twitter, and or Instagram pages. You can even use old-fashioned email. If you're new to my world, start from the beginning with bliss. I will always love bliss. If you've been around for a while and eager for more, stay tuned for The House of Agnes, a story of lies, lust, and strong liquor, coming in summer 2021. Love that, Fiona. Yes, I do. Fiona is a very prolific writer. Bliss, Broken in Soft Places, Dangerous Pleasures, FEMME Like Her, Less Tales, L-E-S Tales, Nightshade, a novella, Rise of the Rain Queen, To Italy with Love, a novella and stories, When She Says Yes, stories, Every Dark Desire, vampire desire, Desire at Dawn, number 2 in the vampire desire, A Taste of Sin, How Sweet It Is, number 1. Hungry for It, How Sweet It Is, number 2 in the series. Return to Me, How Sweet It Is, number 2.5. Insatiable Appetites, How Sweet It Is in the series, number 3. The Power of Mercy, Superheroes series, number 1. A Lover's Mercy, Superheroes series, number 2. The Power of Mercy, a graphic novel. Kudos to you, Fiona Zedde. I will always and forever love you. Thank you so much for viewing this video and enjoying it with me. I appreciate you, viewers, subscribers, visitors, one and all. I hope you enjoy these Wine, Women, and Words segments as much as I enjoy reading and sharing works by women with a little bit of wine with you. Wishing you love and light always. Until the next video, bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already joined the channel, I would love to have you join. Share the video, leave comments below. You know what to do. Besitos. Mwah. Until the next time. Bye.